Citizens, Romans, countrymen, are you ready to play Is This Legal? Yes, indeed, we are. I'm answering for all of you. So, Russ, I believe it's your time to kick it off. What do we got today? What kind of juicy hypothetical have you cooked up for us to test our viewers and listeners' legal smarts?
Allow me.
I'm ready. Oh, you got something in your. There you go.
Yeah, that's better. All right, so this, as Colin just alluded to, is where I give you a legal scenario. You guys decide what the correct outcome can be. So this is for bragging rights in the family, in the office.
Maybe there's some wagering. I don't know.
I was going to say office pools.
I'll bet there's like 50 grand riding on this somewhere in the country. I mean, you guys know how we. Yeah. Okay, so good luck to you bettors. Hopefully you don't lose your house on this.
Yeah. If you have a problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah, the over-under is 34, by the way, on this question, so do the math.
All right, so we're going back to Northamptonshire, where Black Bart has been arrested for robbing the Northamptonshire National Bank.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Jebediah was also arrested for being a getaway driver. The prosecutor handling the case really wants to put Bart away for a long time, so goes up to Jebediah and he says, "Hey Jebediah, I'm going to make you an offer. If you testify truthfully about the plan you and Bart hatched, I will offer you a deal where you don't have to serve any jail time at all." Now,
pretty sweet deal.
Bart's trial rolls around and Jebediah is called to the stand. He indeed does testify truthfully about what happened. However, the jury decides that Black Bart is not guilty and Black Bart is acquitted.
Whoa.
It happens.
Wow.
The DA then goes over to Jebediah and says, "Our deal is off. Since Black Bart wasn't convicted, your testimony was useless. We are going to pursue a jail sentence for you in your case after all." Jebediah's lawyer, Myrtle.
Bad news.
Right, but he's got Myrtle at least.
Of course he does.
So lawyer
That's what makes this interesting.
Right. Lawyer extraordinaire Myrtle files a motion with the judge to enforce the plea agreement. The DA says that agreement is void based on that not guilty verdict. What, dear listener, dear viewer, should the judge do?
Wow. I mean, it's almost like the DA is like blaming Jebediah for losing the case. It seems to me like we could give that prosecutor a big fat mirror and say, "Hey, look into this if you want to know who dropped the ball on this case."
Maybe you should have had a better opening argument.
You had the getaway driver and you couldn't get a conviction on Black Bart?
On the flip side though, Colin, like the whole point of his testimony wasn't just for fun. It wasn't just for fun and games. The testimony was to convict Bart.
Yeah.
I mean, the prosecutor said, "Hey, I want to put Bart away for a long time." And maybe Jebediah just wasn't convincing enough, and maybe his heart wasn't in it.
Well, it's certainly an interesting predicament, isn't it?
And I think this is enough time for people to have locked in their votes.
Yeah. So the question one more time, just to repeat and stall a little bit more, but is when the prosecutor, so he offers Jebediah a deal, says you have to testify truthfully so we can convict Black Bart. He does. He testifies truthfully, but then they don't get the conviction.
Right.
So what does that do to the deal? Can this plea bargain be enforced or not? What say you, Justice of the Peace?
So the answer is Jebediah wins.
That's right.
So there's something called detrimental reliance. And what that means is Jebediah relied on the prosecutor's promise and he did something to his detriment, i.e. he went in there and confessed essentially. Yeah. So because of that, because of detrimental reliance, he is allowed to enforce the agreement or to require the judge to enforce the agreement.
Think of this agreement as a contract.
Right.
That's exactly what was formed when the district attorney said, "Hey, if you do X, I will do Y."
Yep.
And Jebediah performed to his detriment.
Right.
Meaning, remember, like Russ said, he confessed. He said, "I did this in order to take advantage of a better deal." The prosecutor must comply with that plea bargain.
Right.
So what should the judge do in this case? The judge should say, No, DA, you cannot seek a jail sentence against Jebediah. You have to offer him what you originally offered him. Now, I'm sitting here just kind of as a side note saying, well, gosh, if Bart got off the hook, maybe Jebediah should reject that crappy plea deal and go to trial himself and take his chances. Now, that sounds like the Jebediah I know.
Yeah. He may do that.
We're not going to talk about what happens if he did that, because that's not the basis for today. But let your imaginations run wild, folks.
Yeah, for any law nerds out there, People versus McRander, Colorado Supreme Court case that holds that holding for detrimental reliance.
Yeah, that's exactly what Myrtle would cite to get this plea agreement enforced. So, how did you do? How did you do? Did you mess this one up? If you did, are you feeling kind of bad about yourself? You shouldn't. You shouldn't. There's plenty of opportunities to come back and play again. We're banging a bunch of these episodes out, so keep on the lookout for them. And if you didn't get this one, come back and try the next one.
And we'll see you next time.
On Is
This
Legal. Woo-hoo.